Hello, fellow Biafrans. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are watching me from. I am here once more for us to continue with our Biafra agitation, Biafra restoration, United States of Biafra, our nation. Join me, my fellow Biafrans all over the world. We are here once again for an interactive session this evening. My name remains Betty Ada Biafra. Join me, my wonderful Biafrans, wherever you are watching me from. Join me and let us continue. Today is 10th of July. We are getting close, getting very, very close to 2nd of December, the day of the magical declaration of our wonderful land. Join me, fellow Biafrans. Join me, my people. Before I continue, I have to thank Chukwu Okike Abiama, Father, Lord, my God, King of glory. I thank your holy name. I thank you, my Lord, for a nation like Biafra and my fellow Biafrans all over the world. My Lord, I pray that you will continue to hold my people together. We are loving and peace-loving nation. We love ourselves and we are one. One nation, one Biafra, United States of Biafra. Father, Lord, currently everyone is talking about the release of our leader. We commit everything into your holy hands, my Lord. Please release our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Father, Lord, also protect our Prime Minister, the Obatobie one of Biafra. He say, my fellow Biafrans, join me so that we will continue with our Biafra agitation, restoration, and everything that touches and concerns Biafra. Let me play this music. It is the trending music made by some youths of Biafra for our PM.
Biafra nation you defend with love and spirit you won't bend. Strength and courage in your heart. From Ghana to Nigeria we all start. Thank you, Simon Ekpa, we adore. With you leading we soar. Simon Ekpa, the good guy. Raise our flags, I touch. Biafra loving every beat. With your spirit we can't be beat. You fight with passion very strong. To you our love will always belong. Ghana joins in singing praise. Your name in cheers we all raise. You fight with passion very strong. To you our love will always belong. Ghana joins in singing praise. Your name in cheers we all raise. In brightest day or darkest night, Simon, you are guiding light. Together we'll find our way. With your spirit here to stay. Biafra's heart, it beats with pride. the good kind. Raise our flags, high touch the sky. Yeah, for love in every beat. With your spirit, we can't beat. You fight with passion very strong. To you, our love will always belong. Got a choice in singing praise. Your name in cheers we all raise. You fight with passion very strong. To you, our love will always belong. Got a choice in singing praise. Your name in cheer we all raise. You fight with passion very strong. To you, our love will always belong. Gonna join in singing praise. Your name in cheers we all raise. In brightest day or darkest night, Simon, you are our guiding light. Together we'll find our way. With your spirit here to stay. Your first heart, it beats with pride. Simon, Ekpa by our side. No matter what it takes, we'll strive. With you, our future comes alive. Your first heart, it beats with pride. Simon, Ekpa, to you our love will always belong. Gonna join in singing praise. Your name in cheers we all raise. In brightest day or dark, Simon, you are our guiding light. Together we'll find our way. With your spirit here to stay. Your first heart, it beats with pride. Simon, Ekpa by our side. No matter what it takes, we'll strive. With you, our future comes alive. Your first heart, it beats with pride. Simon, Ekpa by our side. No matter what it takes, we'll strive. With you, our future comes alive.
Hello, wonderful Sonny. My people, join me so that we will continue this evening. I was unable to be here yesterday for some personal reasons, and I am here today for us to continue. Fellow Biafrans, you know, our agitation and everything has gone very, very far. And the stage where we are right now, we just have to remain strong and continue, no matter what we see. There's a video where you will see a lot of armored tanks being rolled into Biafra land by the zoo government. So many things being said, being done, just against one people. But you know what? We are going to pretend as if they don't exist, because that is the way it is with Biafrans. We are heading home. We are really heading home. My only happiness is that whenever our PM sends any message to Nigeria, no matter how they pretend, they always respond. Recently, you all know that the I don't know how to qualify them, the politicians in the zoo, the governors, so-called, who ganged up together and brought back Onyendu, and they are the ones detaining Onyendu just for the interest of their slave Fulani masters, to please them. You can imagine people who will be doing everything that they could to please their enemies, just for them to be in existence or to be relevant. They brought Onyendu back. Now they are using Onyendu again to lie. They will tell you the government did this. Hello, Peter. Thank you for joining. Thank you, my brother. Well, as I have always said, this is one of the Brgie media platforms. We bring you authentic information. Thank you so much, Peter. Anything that we see on the platform of our Prime Minister, we will definitely let you know. Recently, from our Prime Minister's Twitter handle, there's something that I found there which I would like to read out just for the benefit of the fact that we are Biafrans. Anything we are doing and everything we are doing now must follow up with our Prime Minister's update. Whatever he tells us, because you will agree with me that our Prime Minister is leading us rightly and correctly. So let me read it out. He said, the attention of the Biafra government has been drawn to the cries of many Biafra communities in the former Imo state. They are crying out that their land is being sold to unknown people without their consent. We, therefore, we the Brgie Biafra government in exile, we call on whoever who is involved in the invasion to stay clear from being used by the enablers. Anybody selling land or buying land in Biafra territory since the formation of Biafra de facto government without the consent of the people, such individual has thrown away their money. The Biafra government will revoke any land sold without consent and approval of the people. No longer Nigeria where everything goes. The Biafra government has Land Acquisition Act. Land Acquisition Act, you know, my people, is an act of law that will give everybody right to what to own in terms of land and what the government owns. So such act, when you have it, is always act of parliament, or maybe whatever will be the parliament of Biafra when Biafra is finally declared and becomes a nation. So currently, our Prime Minister said, this act of acquisition, where owners of the land must be respected. Hello, my sister. Thank you for joining. Hope you are doing good. We are at it again. He says, we are talking about people of Imo State who are crying. They have cried to Biafra government in exile. Thank you. They cried to Biafra government in exile that their land is being sold. And I will not say anything. Let me just finish reading this. Our PM says, the Biafra government has Land Acquisition Act, where owners of the land must be respected. This can be found in Biafra Helsinki Declaration of 2023, otherwise called Biafra Charter. We therefore call on whoever that is involved in this threat to those communities to stop immediately or face consequences. You know that when our PM gives this type of public notice, Nigeria, they follow our PM bumper to bumper. So they know when our PM is talking. Anything that our PM talks now is like the law. Nigeria government, they don't sleep. With a law, my brother Innocent, thank you for joining. I'm just reading the preamble of this evening program, my brother. The statement of our PM on his platform. That's what I was reading out. Because our PM is a man of action. He's not the talking type. That's why I love him so much. He is Nigeria antidote. If Nigeria is sick, as they are right now, our PM has their medicine. Even if they are like fire growing so wild, like a wildfire in the desert, our PM has a very huge fire service tank to put them off. If no one trusts my PM, I trust him so much because he makes Nigeria to shake and quake. The way he addresses them, that alone is enough for them to know that we Biafrans, nobody can move us or shake us. Now, following the program, there is a program I was reading on the X handle, but it was not on our Prime Minister's X handle. That's why I did not bring the video. Where, well, I don't know where the prophet, but they say a Yoruba prophet, was telling Tinubu not to release our Onyendu. The girl continued reading, saying that the Nigeria government, that they said, but I really don't bank on hearsay, but sometimes it's good to listen to your enemies to know how you yourself will strategize and face them head on. They said that the government said that they will take our PM in exchange for releasing of Onyendu. But I will play a video where one known girl or no, all these fly-by-night Nigeria newscasters. Hello, Peter Ogobuchi, thank you for joining. My people, don't forget to click the like button. It will invite other people. So now, the very prophet said that Tinubu should not release our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That our leader is cancer, destroying the zoo. And our PM is cancer number 2. That's where they stopped. They were saying a whole lot of things. That's why I didn't touch the video, because I didn't get it from my PM's Twitter handle. So now there's a Twitter video on our PM's Twitter that I would like to play for us to listen to. You know, the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been the topical issue, and everybody is saying their own. The man is saying that our PM and Onyendu, that they are cancer. I wonder what I will call Sunday Igboho, because we are all asking, leave the zoo. They were told, the zoo government were told to conduct referendum. That's what Onyendu has been saying all along. But they ignored that call. Hello, Mary. Ezigbo Ada Biafra. Ndewo. Daalụ nwanne m. Thank you for joining. So, you know, the genesis of this whole thing, we started from the way we were being marginalized and all that. But now, ndị Igbo si na ụka abụrụgo eziokwu. Biafra is going. And you can see that they are all being geared up towards talking about Onyendu's release now after 3 years, because they have seen Nwabeke. The first Nwabeke is the Biafra barrister. Thank you, Mary, but you are getting it wrong. It's not all done in capital letter. You will write Biafra mass exodus. The B that starts the word Biafra will be in capital letter. The rest will be in a small letter. PM said that this one is not right. Then the M will be capital. The rest of mass will be small letters. The E will be capital letter, while exodus will be small letters. That's the way he said that it will be, and it will be okay. Imani bụ onye nke m, aga m agwa gị eziokwu. So degharịa anya. So my people, back to what we were saying. We all started this with peaceful protests. And as usual, they always look down on us. They call us the dot. They say we cannot rule Nigeria. But let me repeat what one pastor said. The pastor said that during 1966, when Tafawa Balewa and the Sadwana of Sokoto was using military to buy our people, the same way what they are doing now, Ojukwu and the rest, Ifajuna, Fajuwi, Ejo, and Nwobosi, all of them came together and said that enough is enough. They marched to them. And when they grabbed Tafawa Balewa, you know, if you look at his old picture, you will see that he wears white turban. So they poured wine inside that turban and asked him to drink it. He refused. When they cocked their gun to shoot him, he drank it. And before, he said that he know that they will buy him. But before they will buy him, that he will tell them that an Igbo man will never rule Nigeria. My people, is it not working? So we and these people, we fall in parallel line and we can never meet. They don't want us, they don't love us, but they love our oil and our gas. We all know this story. So that is where we all started from. Wonderful. Thank you so much. You got it. Thank you, my sister. You got it right now. So these people will never let a Biafran to rule that country. But right now, at the stage where we are, we do not care We do not care who rules Nigeria. Our focus right now, my people, is Biafra. So anybody saying anything is really poking us and provoking us. They're trying to stir our mind to know what we have in mind. So from our PM's Twitter handle, I had this video. Let us listen to it.
I'll be wrapping up Barrister Fred and Zakwa. I don't know if you can hear me. Barrister Fred, can you hear me? Yes, I said because of time, I have one more topic for us to look into. We're almost rounding off. Now, you know, the Prime Minister of Biafrans in exile has actually slammed Southeast governors and other leaders in the region who are making plans to negotiate the release of Nnamdi Kanu. He is warning them to stay clear. According to him, you know that some Southeastern governors and lawmakers, other groups from the region, have been advocating for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, and they're saying that if he is released, there'll be a form of stabilization when it comes to security in the southeast, and maybe there'll be a reverberation of the economy within that region. Well, he's actually saying that those who are parading themselves negotiating for Nnamdi Kanu's release were basically sabotaging Biafra liberation. So, and that he is the only one, or rather it is Biafra in exile, Biafra Republic in exile. They're the only ones who have the legitimacy to speak or negotiate or have any conversation whatsoever on the release of Nnamdi Kanu. So what's your take on this?
I am happy that there is an increased number of voices of people, eminent and well-meaning people that have joined.
My people, you know, last time that this very newscaster was talking with this man, he was trying to insult, or he already insulted our PM by calling him criminal. And our PM said that our police in the homeland will track him and chase him for him to come and explain why he is addressing him as a criminal. Now, you know that the girl started by saying the Prime Minister of Biafra. She respected our PM. She never used the prescribed self-styled, that rubbish, all these fly-by-night newscasters. And the man himself is responding in a different tone now, though he still used the word those criminals, but he never directed that word to our PM personally. You see, all these people, I don't know whether they are fear to what Fulanis are doing in the zoo, where they are still trapped. They are all Biafrans. Whenever anything is happening, they will bring them out to be talking, and you will see how gullible they are. Very weak position. Men of weak disposition, according to Onyendu, men of weak disposition. They are all scared. Let me play this girl's voice again, the beginning, so that you will hear.
I'll be wrapping up Barrister Fred and Zakwa. I don't know if you can hear me. Barrister Fred, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I said because of time, I have one more topic for us to look into. We're almost rounding off. Now, you know, the Prime Minister of Biafrans in exile has actually slammed.
Have you heard it? The way she addressed our PM, very respectfully. Not, oh, you know, Simon Ekpa, you know this, you know that. We have government in exile. That is the nitty-gritty of the whole thing. I will also play you people a video here where PM was talking about how Tinubu went to Germany, and Germans refer them back. They say it's government to government. Go and negotiate and talk with them. So these people, they never knew that we are serious until now. Onyendu has been in detention for 3 years. Now is the time they are waking up, because they saw our barrister and our lobbyists, the Americans, Now they know that we are serious. Let's keep moving.
Southeast governors and other leaders in the region who are making plans to negotiate the release of Nnamdi Kanu. He's warning them to stay clear. According to him, you know that some Southeastern governors and lawmakers, other groups from the region, including Peter Obi, have been advocating for the release of Nnamdi Kanu.
My people, let me tell you clearly and categorically why our PM said that they should stay clear. You know, there's a video I have here of Onyendu, where Onyendu said that we do not know that someone who is a politician has no legal standing. Hello, Owen, thank you for joining. That anyone in politics has no legal right to be a shorty for somebody like him. So Abaribe never shorted for Onyendu. Onyendu said that it was IPOB. It was IPOB who brought him out and not any politician. If I have time, I will play that video so that you will hear it from Onyendu. It was not Abaribe. No government person, even when Charles Soludo was calling for them to hand Onyendu to him, they refused because the law does not allow them to do that. So all these things they are doing is lies.
And they're saying that if he is released, there'll be a form of stabilization when it comes to security in the Southeast, and maybe there'll be a reverberation of the economy within that region. Well, he's actually saying that those who are parading themselves, negotiating for Nnamdi Kanu's release, were basically sabotaging Biafra liberation. So, and that he is the only one, or rather it is the...
My people, that is very correct. They are sabotaging Biafra liberation because they keep using insecurity in Southeast to bring in army. My people, had these people not brought these army people, do you know that Biafra would have been declared a long time ago? But these Fulanis, they are not giving up. You know, recently they started using suicide bombers. They are not backing down from their terrorist act. They are increasing by day. They brought insecurity to Southeast because Southeast is their problem. From 1950 something, they have always targeted our people. My brother Peter said, thank you, my sister. I want to share this revolution with you, where Igbo politicians and Zoo government convinced Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and release him to also use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to attack Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. My brother, Onyendu can never do that. My sister Mary said Nigeria government should hold talk with Biafra government concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu release and also Biafra independence. Yes, and Onyendu can never do that. But there are some possibility of that happening. There's a video I will play after this regarding what Peter suggested, what Peter said. It's not a suggestion though, but we are all here interacting. We are learning from each other, my people. We are in this together. So every idea and every submission is acceptable.
Biafra in exile, Biafra Republic in exile, they're the only ones who have the legitimacy to speak or negotiate or have any conversation whatsoever on the release of Nnamdi Kanu. So what's your take on this?
I am happy that there is an increased number of voices of people, eminent and well-meaning people that have joined in the call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. I'm happy about it because there seems to be like a renaissance Whether it is the concept of renewed hope that has caught the bulk of people, I don't know. Some months ago, only very few of us were voices hard asking that Nnamdi Kanu be released. But today, even the senators, the governors, the members of the House of Reps, everybody is falling over himself asking that Nnamdi Kanu be released. That tells you that it is a good call. And anybody who is now opposing such a call is not following the side, and neither is the person being honest and sincere. It is not the responsibility of anybody. Nobody can claim monopoly of wisdom or knowledge. Neither can anybody claim monopoly of such call. What is important is that there is justice to be given to Nnamdi Kanu's case. And so does he end up in his release and his freedom? It's very obvious. It has become very obvious that the government is holding Nnamdi Kanu unlawfully and illegally against the pronouncement and the judgment and orders of competent courts. Many of them, about 9, 4 in Nigeria, 5 in Nigeria. So anybody who now joins the call for such a release is only doing so, 1, on the side of justice, and the 2, for the love of the country. Because it's obvious that release of Nnamdi Kanu will not only heal the wounds in some quarters, but will also bring in some level of stability and security in our land. And we'll be able to separate those who are real agitators of freedom and justice from those who are hiding under the release of Nnamdi Kanu's agitation to foment trouble and commit crimes. And I say without fear of contradiction that we expect that the President and his team will listen to this call and do the needful, which is the release of Nnamdi Kanu.
All right. Well, you know that Senator Abaribe has expressed strong belief that the Attorney General of the Federation would persuade the federal government to release the separatist leader. And Abaribe revealed that Kanu, whom he had visited at the Department of State Services, is willing to comply with any conditions set by the authorities for his release.
That is lies and very wrong. Abaribe has in fact, nobody should trust any of these politicians. I will show you a video relating to this type of talk that Nnamdi Kanu is ready to accept any condition after 3 years. That is a lie. If he does, that will be a surprise. There's a voice of PM that I will play now. You will hear how Wazirike, the same thing was done to Wazirike by Andy Oba. Let's listen to them and I will play it.
Now, based on a particular newspaper called Newsban newspaper, they actually of the note that one of the conditions that will be presented to Kanu for his release will be for him to go underground and never speak on his franchise radio, which is about the agitation for the Biafran movement.
My people, have you now seen, even if it is a lie or truth, that this is why they want to close Biafra completely? That's why they brought Onyendu back. But I don't know of anyone. I don't believe that Onyendu will accept such condition, or whether such thing ever existed, or they are just making up like one of their lies. My sister Mary said the politicians in Nigeria tactics have all failed now. They want to play their last card to jam Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and Prime Minister said they can never do that, so that PM will be angry and drop Biafra. No way. PM can never drop Biafra. It's impossible. All over his body is Biafra. He is very determined. He can never drop Biafra. Even if Onyendu drops Biafra, PM can never. because they will never catch him at all. From what happened to our leader, PM has learned.
And that he would openly denounce and disband the Eastern Security Network. So, also, he is to completely dissociate himself from Simon Ekpa, and of course, who has been enabling, the pursuit of his release, and that the federal government is to launch a decisive operation against Simon Ekpa. That's basically what A. Barbie is.
Have you people heard it? You see this decisive operation that the government should launch, decisive operation. That was the meeting they went to hold. They never held any meeting relating to discharge of our leader. Okay, my people, how many days has it been now? Have you heard any other thing about the release of Onyendu? Nothing at all. Even Obasanjo has denied that while he was in the meeting with them, he did not hear anything relating to the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now the girl has said it, what they actually meant. Let me play
would openly denounce and disband the Eastern Security Network. So, also, he is to completely dissociate himself from Simon Ekpa, and of course, who has been enabling, the police, and that the federal government is to launch a decisive operation against Simon Ekpa.
A decisive operation, that is to close Biafra completely, so that Fulanis will come and capture all of us, turn us to Muslims, and they Fulanize our Biafra state. That's what they are planning. That's what they are planning.
That's basically what A. Barbie is disclosing, because he just met with Nnamdi Kanu within the DSS custody, and that they're speaking with the Attorney General of the Federation on his release. What's your take on this?
I do not think there is need to comment on speculations.
Okay.
The government has not presented the conditions to Nnamdi Kanu, and it will not be fair to begin to insinuate what the government should present and what the government should not present.
No, it's not an insinuation. It's what Abaribe is saying. He said, yes, Nnamdi Kanu will be released, but I can't tell the actual time. His release will come with a lot of stringent conditions. He will not speak on Radio Biafra again. ASN will be disbanded. Kanu will also dissociate himself from Simon Ekpa. These are some of the conditions that will be presented to him. This was a source that revealed to this Newsband newspaper based on the visit of Abaribe to the DSS custody meeting with Nnamdi. I remember last week, I had a conversation with you where I said that it is possible that this will be one of the conditions that they will put on ground in the negotiation for his.
Whoa, my people, this is it. They are revealing gradually the meeting they held. This was the exact meeting they went to hold. The type of condition that they will give to Onyendu and how to capture our PM. Dead on arrival. That all these plans are dead on arrival. Let me play for you people the voice of Onyendu relating to this type of talk that they are going to release Onyendu. Listen carefully to what Onyendu said.
I hear the whole nonsense about those that stood shorty for me. I will deal with that later on, because our people don't understand. They don't understand the politics of the zoo. They don't understand how they play their game, but we know. The people that got me out of custody is IPOB with the grace of the Most High Elohim. Not any politician.
Have you heard it, my people? That was the people that got him out in year 2017. Everybody was saying, oh, Abaribe is too shorty for him. Abaribe is a government man under their zoo constitution and law. and order. He cannot, and he did not bring Onyendu out. He was not the person that brought Onyendu out of detention or shorted him. The law does not allow him to do that. That is the only one, you know, that's the only one they play strictly. Now, Onyendu said it was not any politician but IPOB. And that was exactly the reason why our PM is saying, let the governors stay clear. Yes. Yes. United States of Biafra is an independent state. Yes. No dispute about it. Exactly. They are the ones that brought Onyendu out. Hello, Abia the best. Wow, Henry, thank you all for joining. Remember to keep clicking the like button, my people.
It was the same politicians that actually went and told their Fulani masters to keep me in custody. I know all of that. The only reason why they got involved, craft a very stringent bail condition so that they will be able to control me. Not knowing that I am uncontrollable. I am driven by my conscience.
Have you people heard it? All these things that Onyendu said here, is it not contrary to what Abaribe said? That this girl was reading out. That Abaribe said that Onyendu said that he is willing to accept any condition. Onyendu will never do that. And Onyendu can never, he can never fight with our PM, because these two men, they have been together before Onyendu was abducted. So these politicians, they know the game they are playing, trying to use Onyendu. Now they have seen that we are serious. They have seen our barrister, Oyibo man. They saw our lobbyists, the two Americans. So they believe that if they don't try quickly to rush, their aim of bringing Onyendu back will be foiled. As I said, it's not Tinubu that brought our PM, our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back. It was Buhari and the governors. So in this one, I will not falter Tinubu. But Tinubu, as the head of state, has overall power and overall say over this whole thing, because he is the head of state above the governors. But you know, Southeast governors, they are game changers. Anytime you think that they are doing anything good, they will change to another style. But whatever they are doing is dead on arrival, because the Biafra government in exile is growing stronger and stronger.
To do that which is right by my people, to ensure that Biafra is restored, nothing more, nothing less. That was why they came. Some of you don't even know that a senator is not supposed to be a shorty for somebody. You don't know that, do you?
Have you heard it? Have you all heard it? Some of you don't know that a senator is not qualified by law to shorty for Onyendu. So all these things they are saying now is all assumption and presumption. It cannot work. Now, let me play this other video from our PM so that you will all know that these people, they are never do wells. They are trying, but they will not succeed. Our PM, he knew it. He knew it.
I want you to listen to see how Wazirike was destroyed and his Biafra. Now watch. He said Anduba did not just come to prison to meet him. That there is something he did, which he did not tell you people on BBC. And he has come to tell you now. He did not just come to meet him. Now watch and listen to how Wazirike was destroyed.
With all my commanders.
Are you listening to that?
He did just come to me saying how to make He came with all my commanders.
He came with all my commanders.
He came with all my commanders.
He came.
That's the mark of leadership.
So what can I do?
He made it difficult for me to say.
It's difficult for me to say no that I will never leave Biafra. So, but when he come with all my commanders, who am I to say no that I will, who am I? So all the people that I should have given order to, he has deceived them, convinced them, and they have joined one Nigeria. And he brought them to him in prison. So if he said, who is he going to command to talk about Biafra? Now watch.
He came with all my commanders. I was in prison. He came with all my commanders.
You see, I want you to pay attention. When he is hammering, he came with all my commanders. He came with all my commanders. I was in prison, commanders. He did not tell you that. He came with all my commanders. He came with all my commanders. Now, if you look at it, you'll find out that, maybe, like I said, Wazirike, maybe that time, may mean well. All the commanders, they already followed the back of Anduba.
So my people, you know why I'm playing this video of our PM? It's for you people to understand that this is how the zoo and the politicians serving them. This is their modus operandi. The same thing they're trying to do to Onyendu now. But let us see how far they go with Onyendu. Whether Onyendu will fall for the same thing. Because they have used the DOS as they used Wazirike's commander. They have spoken to Wazirike's commanders, paid them money the way they paid the DOS, 100 million naira. They shared it because it was them that tipped off Onyendu's whereabouts, and they went there and grabbed him. Now, I will also play you people the voice of China Samuru. You hear what he said, and you will tie it in to this way that they captured or they deceived Wazirike and weakened Wazirike's position. And it is the same thing they are planning how to do to our PM and Onyendu. I don't know if you people are getting. Please, I need your response. Because when you hear anything or somebody is telling you something, try and say something so that, the conversation will be flowing, because this is an interactive session. Even somebody can come on the studio, I will send a link, or you'll be writing, I'll read it. I am here to interact with my people. So what they did to stop Wazirike, you all know that Onyendu came from Wazirike Masob when they dissolved Masob, using all his commanders.
So what could be the, if you are the one, you understand, you don't know what is going to be, when you come out, you don't know your position, you don't know what is going to happen, you don't know what has happened out there. For you to see that all your hefty commanders already followed a politician to come to tell you to leave Biafra. Because what they are going to tell Wazirike is not anything.
Yes, my people, let me tell you from what our PM said here and from what happened to Wazirike. You remember that girl said that they also told Onyendu that he has to deny Simon Ekpa and that he will no longer talk about ESN or talk about Biafra. So what they discussed, and that they have taken a decisive measure to follow Simon Ekpa, or to get Simon Ekpa. They want to bring Simon Ekpa back, then take him to go and tell Onyendu, Simon has surrendered. Then Onyendu will give up, and they will think that Biafra will come. My people, there are so many Onyendus, and right now, there are so many Simon Ekpas. Let me read what our brother Peter said. Peter said, I always pray, and I continue to pray to our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa of Biafra Republic Government in Exile and Homeland, that God will keep on protecting and strengthening and encourage him for we Biafrans. Yes, my brother, you are very correct. That is my daily prayer, that they don't get him. Because they know that the speed, the achievement our PM has made, my God, is wonderful. You know, it's very wonderful. And this is why they are desperately looking for a way to destroy Biafra coming. Now, you will know that Shetima and his group are pressurizing the governors, and the governors are running as much as their feet can carry them to make sure that 2nd of December did not come. Unfortunately for them, their plan is dead on arrival. Their plan is dead on arrival. Their plan is dead, though. This is what they are planning to do. That's what they are planning to do to Onyendu. The same thing they did to Owazirike. Listen, our PM.
They said the DOS already. We have expelled them. I don't want to be mentioning their name. Okay. They are the one already accusing me, accusing other Biafrans that are in the right track of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They say you are all criminals. They say all the killings in Biafra land, you are the one doing it. They now begin to, even exclude the killers. They exonerate the killers. They say DSS is not the one killing. Fulani is not the one killing. Now Simon is now the autopilot. They even commands. They even, so Soludo have succeeded to get those criminals in the DOS. But the mistake of Soludo, and why Soludo will not succeed, is you have genuine Biafrans in autopilot. That did not happen during Owazirike's own. Owazirike did not have that, didn't build that solid movement. That you will have somebody or splinter group, as you may call it, to take up from where Owazirike stopped while he was in prison. So Owazirike didn't have that. Now, they have succeeded. So now the message you'll be hearing from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be now, or DSS Dungeon now, is that the politicians are working with the DOS. Soludo is now working with the criminals in the DOS. Is the problem now. Simon Ekpa is the only one having problems. He's now gingering boys.
Yes. My people, you are getting where we are going to. Because what he has said is exactly what the politicians are now playing up about. That's what they are playing, the game. They want to use this game that Andy Uba used on Owazirike, use the same on our PM. Hello, my sister Chinyere. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. Dalo. Thank you.
He said he ended Owazirike. How many of you remember? You remember? Let me tell you how they did it. Let me tell you how they ended Mossab and how they ended Owazirike. And that is exactly what they want to do to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And they have succeeded in getting the criminals. But the only thing that is different here, how they have failed, is that you have the autopilot, which Simon Ekpa is part of. how this was Ricky. And Yuba came during the election campaign and said when Wazirike was doing his own, him and Yuba went to Wazirike, that he was the one who freed all the Mossad members that was arrested. He went to prison to free them. He was telling the story how he ended Mossad. And Yuba went further to say that before he went to Ralph Wazirike prison, he made sure that he have convinced all the commanders. He went and take all the commanders of Ralph Wazirike with him, and they went to prison. He told Ralph Wazirike, you see, your commanders are with me. Ralph was explaining. If you watch it, I made a exposition. You know, my own is that if I do something 20 years ago, it is in my brain already. My brain is like that. I register it. Anytime I want to bring it, I bring it out. So some of you during that election, but now you are remembering because I'm reminding you. Wazirike opened his mouth during the Anambra campaign, Anambra election. He said, so and you back begin to teach Wazirike how to collect money and make a living and make career out of Biafra struggle. So Wazirike came out from prison.
My people, this thing that our prime minister said now is exactly what I'm observing. Some of us are just using this Biafra agitation to make money. Some are using it name for them to be seen. You will count how many genuine Biafrans who really want our nation to come so that we will be in control of our nation and what we are doing. Very few, not many, that want this Biafra to come genuinely. Rather, they are here to make money. They are just here to make money. That Andy Uba taught Wazirike how to use Biafra to make money.
And make a living. And make career.
You see?
In prison, he become what you see today. Now, the same thing they want to do to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They have succeeded in gathering the criminals in the DOS that we have expelled. Now they are going to be telling you, like you see, they are the one now accusing me of being unknown.
Yes, you know, they serialize this, and I have to. They serialized it. You know, about 4 of them. They serialized it, telling you, yes, our PM is very correct, Mary.
If the struggle, you know, just begin to talk Biafra and get money and all that. Shock Biafrans. Let me tell you, let me shock you now. Those of you that still putting your voice behind the so-called the criminals in the DOS that we have expelled, those of you who still follow them on social media, do you know what you are doing? Let me tell you, end. You are going to end like Wazirike, all of you.
Yes.
All of you will end like Wazirike. There are a lot of people in Mossad today that really want Biafra, but they have not zeroed yet. And I pray that they zeroed and join forces with genuine Biafrans. Let me tell you, some of you will end like Wazirike. I will not say some of you will end like Mossad, because Mossad is a group of people, just like, you know, Mossad is different from IPOB is like the entire Biafra, but Mossad is a group of people who want to actualize Biafra, the movement for the actualization of Biafra, sovereign state of Biafra. So it is different from the indigenous people of Biafra as a nation. Now, you are going to end like Wazirike. Let me tell you the history. Let me tell you the history, how Wazirike ended. Do you know that going to tell you something that is deep today. That is why, God is with us, because anything we say comes from Chukwoke. Let me tell you something that is very deep. Remember, during the Anambra State governorship election campaign, do you remember that a man called Anduba was boasting how he ended Mosob agitation? How many of you remember? Anduba was boasting that he ended Mosob. He said he ended what?
Yes. My fellow Biafrans, you see that what we are doing is effective, because you said it, that if you are a freedom fighter and nobody is talking about what you are doing, then what you are doing is not effective. Hello, Julie. Thank you for joining. Onyendu also said that if what you are doing, that people are talking about it, then what you are doing is effective. I will play you 2 more videos relating to this whole idea of making Onyendu to give up Biafra agitation, and how my people have actually sold Biafra to the zoo government. These people are the problem we have. As regards getting Biafra for us, our PM has done so much within a short period of time, considering the number of years these criminals have been working with Onyendu without achieving anything. I will not say that our Onyendu is a non-achiever. No. Yes, Chinyere Obiefuna, thank you so much. Biafra, hashtag Biafra Mass Exodus 2024. That is the correct way to write it. And you all know what hashtag does in anything on the internet. It draws attention. It makes people engage with what you are talking about. And Biafra currently is the center of attraction. That's why PM said anything you are writing, you do it that way. Some people write it all with capital letter. That is wrong. If you go to his Twitter handle, you will see that he marked it bad with red ink. But this one, the way you did it, Chinyere, is very good. Mary did it correctly as well. Thank you, people. That's the trending way to expose Biafra existence to the world.
Because they knew somebody not somewhere native. Is that the way? Mazi, in this struggle, you do struggle to a certain point. There are loopholes we have. And let me tell you something. Kamba Punia, you cannot get Biafra if you neglect the political class in Biafra land.
Unanugo this political class nwunye Onyendu yuzu. Ifuge ka Nnama Chinasa Nwonyoshi no na-ekwu okwu political class. Who are the political class? They are these ones that have sold us to the Fulanese. I don't know what is in the mind. Unu mana nwoke a bụ onye ọ na-akpọ isi ani. Kedafia, Chinasa Nwonyoshi. Ọ bụkwa onye na-akpọ isi ana. So he will always work with Nigeria government very comfortably. He is a Muslim. Unu ne anya na forehead ya nke a bụ Chike Dozie ha. Unu ne Chinasa Nworu anya ebe a. Unu afụ black dot oji akụ isi nani. So they will always, wow, my brother Wilson, I didn't even see. Thank you so much for joining. I don't know why my Facebook is not working today. I will check after this program. I just checked it. It's not working. It's only the YouTube. Thank you for joining. So these people are those people, like the way Andy Oba used Masob go to the prison to weaken the mind of Wazirike and his position. Wazirike said that when Andy Oba came with all his commanders, he became weak because there's no other person that he will command. And that is exactly what they are trying to do now. That he has to denounce Biafra, he has to deny Simon Ekpa, he has to disband ESN. But Onyendu is inside. He doesn't know what is going on. But I can tell you that no matter how they persuade Onyendu, Onyendu can never deny our PM, because he was the one who said we should listen to him. To meeting secretly with our PM when he was around. So they are just plotting all this. Hello, Eukarya. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. My people, remember to click the like button. So look at what Chinasa is saying. Exactly the same way they want to end Onyendu's agitation up and end up Biafra, so that 100 million they paid to these DOS will be useful to them. It's like a trader who wants to make profit out of his capital. You know, this is like a economic calculation. My people, these governors, they don't cease to amaze me, because I don't know what they are doing. Biafra will come. Only 5 months. That's what we have, 2nd of December. No matter what they say, no matter what they do.
You must always have a strategy to negotiate with them.
Mazi, these are the things. Mazi, these are the things I'm saying, that these criminals, what they try to do, another thing they try to do, which they understand that IPOB is having an edge, is to try to close that possibility for negotiation that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have always left open.
My people, look at this. You see, very moronic, men of weak disposition. I told you that some of us don't even know what getting Biafra means. I don't know what it means for them. Who are you negotiating with? Negotiation started since 1967. From January till they went to Aburi in Ghana. All other African leaders, they negotiated and agreed. Came back, they said no to go on. Go on, started fighting us. Now, Onyendu started with referendum, grant referendum, which is in the zoo constitution, but the Fulanis removed it. You know, these people, the only thing they have more than us is mass land. They don't have more populated people than us. But in the House of Assembly, before you will go to be passed, they made it look than us. So you can never bring referendum law back to the Constitution because they have removed it. So they know that once it is removed, nobody can bring it in. Because this is how it all goes and how it works. How can you be negotiating with people who don't want you to go? That will tell you that these people analytically, they have not defined why they are asking for Biafra. Because once you have a proper definition of what you want, you will know how to establish yourself. Whether you will establish yourself deeply or on the shallow, so that if you want to run, you will just pull yourself out from the shallow ground and run. Or whether you want to deep to plant yourself so that your taproot will be deep. I don't know where these people belong. Very valuable and deceitful, trapped in the mentality of zoo. They want to go and negotiate with who? These people are their position is non-negotiable. That's what they said. If the Sokoto Caliphate, the one that rules Nigeria, using Shetima and the rest, do you people know that it has been the Fulani Sokoto Caliphate ruling Nigeria since 1960? Yes. Yes. Yes, they are polluters. My brother Wilson said the polluters giving Mazi Nnamdi Kanu condition to disassociate himself from PM. This already let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to know what is going on. Yes, that will show him what is going on. That Simon Ekpa, Jihanana, Majidekwa ha. Oh, my brother, I won't pronounce that for you. You can come on the studio and tell our people that word. Then my sister Chinyere said Chinasa Nworu is evil and wicked. Unumakwa no anu ka ọ na-egbu before. Somebody is not onye butcher. No anu ka ọ na-egbu before ndị amara m onye ndu omekwe nwoke anwa o vetikwara ya properly, assess ya very well before okpolia. Onye anwa the very heartless. Unu mara ụmụ ESN one nwoke anwa gburu unebe akwa. Unebe akwa. Ọnụ rana na o nwere onye n'ime ndị ESN that time. The first year ejidechara ogbu onye anwa. This
you know, from the beginning of this struggle, has left a window open. Obachakwa mba niile, otichakwa mkpu niile, osine that we are ready to negotiate. And
my people, are you hearing them? Now you will understand why Onyendu is not moving. Obachakwa mba niile. Are you people hearing it? Onyendu would plan something with these people that he was working with them, because I'm not sure Onyendu would want to continue working with these people. But let me leave that one there. They will pull him. Onyendu makes one step forward. They will pull him 10 steps backward. Onyendu another mark time. Inugie obachakwa mba wanine. They will go and convince him. To the contrary, Osolukwafa. Because Onyendu nacho, Onyenya niaga emwete Biafra. Omaro na these people. Oh my God. Ndị a bụ mekaniki na-egbu onye nwe moto. This DOS. Mekaniki na-egbu onye nwe moto. Ogbu onye ọma mbọsị ndụ na-agụ ya. All the DOS.
These are the things that these criminals, yes.
Mas, let me tell you something. Ojukwu lost the war because he blinded and, out of this thing, he neglected. That's why you see most of the political class later join the Nigerian side to fight him. Mas, do you understand me? This is the things IPOB will not make it. Irrespective of my life,
if you go, that's why the political class joined Nigeria to fight him. Are you people seeing the mentality of the people working with Onyendu? Sometimes when you hear this type of voice, you will be wondering, How does our PM get this type of audio messages? He's a powerful man. I adore my PM.
I like it. Do you understand me? Irrespective, we like you, we don't like you. If there is something you can do for us to make sure that we get our freedom, we are not going to be compromised. And most of them know our stand. Not even I like it at all. I'm an idea. We are brutally honest.
Look at honest man. Totally honest after selling our onyendu. Yes. Yes, Peter, our PM is a godsend. I used to see and interact with him. Spiritual is very powerful and great beyond. What Biafrans think he is a physical God has remembered us. All glory be to God in Jesus' name. He say, we are working with the enemies. Onyendu was working with his enemies. Wilson said, in the real sense, Zulejiria and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Legilia and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who supposed to give each other condition. Right now, they need Onyendu more than Onyendu need them. Exactly. Onyendu has been there for 3 years. What does Onyendu care? Onyendu ma that na PM gets his back. His in-law, the prophet, he said it, that they went and told Onyendu to deny PM openly. Onyendu refused. And they said that they will all resign. I don't know when that one happened, but I have the video here.
And people will come here. Onyendu somewhere. Because the leadership of the leadership of now for this. All of them are.
You see, Chinasa Nworu is just a toothless bulldog, because I haven't seen what he has done since Onyendu was kidnapped. Only to shout and make noise. Obiakpo, he knows how to eliminate those standing on his way. But PM is their antidote. My people, our PM has a video where he was enumerating their achievement, and that is what I am mainly interested in hearing. That's it. That's the achievement that I want to hear about. All these people, they will not cease to admit.
Those who are asking, did you say Biafra will come in 2023? Biafra has been restored already. What is remaining is a complete declaration that will be defended. And before that happens, there are many things that we need to put in place. I want you to recount the achievement of the Biafra Republic government in exile under the leadership of Simon Ekpa, what we have achieved in 2023, and ask yourself that question again, and you will look very stupid. We have been able to form government in exile in 2023. In 2023, we have formed the de facto government. In 2023, we have launched Biafra Liberation Army. In 2023, we launched Biafra Navy, we launched Biafra Air Force, we launched the forces of Biafra. In 2023, we adopted Helsinki Declaration, which is the constitution of Biafra. In 2023, we had a convention in Finland where Biafra people gathered from all over the world as delegates to vote on the Biafra Charter, which is a living document subjected to amendment. In 2023,
yes, Wilson, Chinasa Nworu is a very huge mistake, very big one that Onyendu made. I was just asking myself one day, why did Onyendu select this kind of human beings? Look at the one called, look at Chinasa Nworu, look at Chike Doziem, look at Madubug, all these touts. I don't know. Maybe he was just trying to be more liberal than anybody else, selecting randomly all these criminals.
We have created 40 states of Biafra, and believe me, many more states will come. Not done yet. In 2020, only that we created state, we also brought a redesigned and a redrawn Biafra map to reflect the current situation and the current demography. In 2023, we started engaging officially Nigeria state in a guerrilla warfare on self-defense. In 2023, we officially and publicly engaged Nigeria terrorist army, and we are neutralizing them on daily basis. It has never happened before in the history of Biafra after the war. In 2023, we publicly and openly made sure that Nigeria doesn't kill again in Biafra land and go free. So, and even mentioned, are you still going to challenge Simon Ekpa that Biafra has not been restored in 2023? Biafra declaration is not about mouth pronouncement. It's about putting structure in place. It's about putting every mechanism and measures in place to shaping the map and the structure of Biafra. In 2023, we have designed the economic viability of Biafra. In 2023, we have kicked off the Biafra Urban Development Project. In 2023, we've made a lot of impact globally. In 2023, awareness gained the highest momentum in the history of Biafra since after the war. In 2023, we made the Nigeria terrorist army to cry on the floor of National Assembly. It has never happened in the history of Nigeria. In 2023, those who are serving as the agent of Nigeria, benefiting from the corrupt entity called Nigeria, openly called for persecution, execution, and the kidnapping and arresting of Simon Ekpa, because they know that this is a different thing from what they have seen in their entire life. In 2023, they call for the arrest of Simon Ekpa and call for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Confusion. In 2023, after they have used many years to plan the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they have come to say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a saint. He's a very gentleman. He's a nice person. But just 2 years ago, they kidnapped this nice person from Kenya. 2 years ago, they tortured him for 8 days. 2 years ago, he was an evil man. 2 years ago, they called him terrorist. 2 years ago, he was everything evil to them. 2 years ago, they spent hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yes, my people, you have heard everything that our PM is saying. You know, when Onyendu was there, Onyendu was like a plague. They never wanted Onyendu around. Every one of them hated Onyendu. The same way they abducted Onyendu, even if our PM is taken to Nigeria tomorrow, they will see another worst one. So Biafra must come. But our PM knows their plan. Our PM outsmarted them. Our PM knows everything they know and even more. So he will not play into their hands. Our PM is smarter than these people. He is very smart. My brother Wilson said, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made that liberation call, professionals at first did not answer, but the street responded. Yeah, these men are street boys. That's exactly the right word. Very, very spot on. They are the street men. They responded. And he moved on with them while keep asking God to provide him with real fighters, provide him real fighters. Yes. Well, my brother, the mistake has been made, but I know that our PM will not fall into their trap. They won't see him, not at all.
Kidnap him and put him into private jet from Kenya to Nigeria. 2 years ago, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was everything evil to Nigeria, including to Ohaneze Ndigbo and all of them. 2 years ago, he was the only problem of Nigeria. 2 years ago, he was the only person that constituted all manner of insecurity in Nigeria. He was the one who is more deadlier than Boko Haram. He was everything that Nigeria don't want to see. Today, as Simon Ekpa take the Biafra liberation to the next level, the same people are now calling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the most sensible person. These are hypocrites. These are devilish people. These are criminals that only thing they want to do in order to kill it. They have given bad that name to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They themselves were the one who condemned Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The same people today, they have seen that, yes, indeed, someone actually followed this footstep of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and ready to drag all of them to Biafra land. So that when we get to Biafra land, we will treat their fuck up very well. Today, the same people who gave the bad name to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in order to be kidnapped, they slandered his name, blackmailed him to other ethnic nationalities in Nigeria. All of them today has come to say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is very sensible. Now it is Simon Ekpa is the problem. These people who are just evil from birth refuse to understand why Simon Ekpa have decided to take this thing upon himself to liberate the people of Biafra who has been subjugated and chained with Islamic State agenda. They found themselves in a hole. They tagged us, thought, in a circle, because they thought that they have actually systematically conquered everybody by dividing, creating states, dividing us, changing the demography and map of Biafra people. And at the end of the day, they structured out 5 tiny states, called it 5 Eastern states. And they say, let us continue to divide them. And now they tell you, oh, you are talking about Biafra. You are just 5 states in the circle. We have come to destroy their evil agenda. Today, you will understand that the plan of the Islamic State has failed. Today, the Biafra people are proudly announcing the 40th state, which is called the United States of Biafra. 40 complete state.
My people, you see all these achievements. That's what is scaring them. Nke ikpeazụ a, fafugo ka isi wee kwado with our Dr. Levy, Jim Moran, and Elias. The presence of those 3 men is very indicative to the zoo politicians, the Southeast, so-called Southeast governors. Now they know that we are no longer online state or internet Biafra. Now they know. No could be over. Our PM, one of those lobbyists, said that our PM outsmarted Nigeria by conducting referendum. Even sit at home is referendum on its own. The way they complain about sit at home. Anybody who wants to give us Biafra, who want to recognize us, we just look at it and know that, yes, these people know Nigeria, they want to go. That's why it is called hashtag Biafra Mass Exodus 2024, because it is this year that we are taking that long walk. But it starts of 1,000 miles, starts with 1 step. And this is where we are right now. This journey to Biafra, no going back. No matter what condition they give to Onyendu, Onyendu will not listen to them. Abaribe did not go to Onyendu. He did not. And they can never get our PM to do to him what they did to Wazirike. Mary said, USB, that's United States of Biafra, will be one of the best countries in the world. Of course, they all know it. They all know it. By God's grace, many nationalities will come and take citizenship in Biafra many generations. Yes, but like this country, ndị na-akpọ isi ani will never be granted visa at all. They will never come to our land. We will never have anything to do with them. Anything we are going to do with them will be on phone, if at all. So my people, let's continue to listen to our PM.
Across board, including in the area where they claim they were never Biafra. I have come to learn from what Biafra did wrong in 1967 to 1970. I have come to learn what Wazirike did wrong from the time he started the Biafra movement, and I have come to learn what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did right and was in the process of doing before they planned and kidnapped him. I continue from there, and today we are where we are. They are not resting. Those IPOB Nigeria are not resting as well. Every given opportunity, they think that there is a fight in the Biafra government. They will say, oh,
why the DOS, IPOB Nigeria is not resting? Because Fajindi Nigeria over 100 million to give up Biafra. But it's difficult for them to give up. You can see that our Prime Minister is uncontrollable. He's not a man you can control. Impossible. I am very happy. Even if they convince Onyendu to denounce Biafra today, you all know that Biafra will continue to move ahead. But I will not blame him, because Onyendu's blood cannot be used to make Nigeria one. Another thing I will not be happy if Onyendu accept is to remain in the zoo, because Faga just move bang. Yes. Hello, Chuka. Thank you for joining. Yes, hashtag Biafra Mass Exodus 2024. Well done, my sister Betty. Thank you so much. God bless you. My sister Mary said, the Bible said, can a nation be born in a day? Biafra says, yes, Biafra will be born on the 2nd of December 2024. This is the scriptures fulfilled. Wonderful. Yes, my people. Let's continue with the PM. I'm enjoying this video of our PM.
Their hope now is that they are fighting, and they are hoping that there is infight in the Biafra government. That is to tell you that, like we said, they are cursed. They are cursed, and they can never rise again. Biafra government in exile is a government that nobody born of a woman marching on this planet, using your foot to walk on the ground, will ever destroy. Biafra has been restored in 2023. We have a government. We have the of Biafra. We have every department that made Biafra government a legitimate government. The people of Biafra are loyal to the government, both in the exile and in the homeland. We have governors, state administrators in all the 40 states of Biafra. We have the deputy governors, which is called administrators. We have the secretary of state of each state in Biafra land. We have the chairman and managers of county and the district. If you do not understand that with this structure we have now, one day you will sleep in Nigeria and wake up in Biafra. It means that you are an idiot. I told you that by the time I finish with Nigeria, you will sleep in Nigeria one day and wake up in Biafra. The next phase is to set up the police of Biafra. The reason why we have not set up the police is because it is going to be state police. Every state will have their police. Every state will be independent. It is going to be local police, and there is no interference from the central government of Biafra. The military is a joint military. It's one military that will protect the security of Biafra. When one state is attacked, it means that you have attacked all of us. So my people, for those who are asking when are you going to declare Biafra, we have already declared Biafra. We are only waiting for us to conclude the last phase of the Biafra government, and one day you will sleep and wake up in Biafra. Like I said, then we must capture every cranny of the Biafra territory.
Yes, my people, our PM is spot on. I think we have come to the end of today's program. The thing we have to understand today is that as the governors are lying that they are going to release Onyendu, it is now very clear that they are the ones holding our Onyendu, giving him all these stringent conditions will not help them. They might think that they are winning, but as long as our PM is here, their plan is dead on arrival. We are not scared of them. Yes, and I know that Onyendu will not give in. I played his voice, and you people heard him say that you don't know that politicians cannot shorty anybody. And that shows that Abaribe, they can't go to him. They are all scared of Onyendu. They will just go to Abuja because they all live there, and they will come out and tell you that they have been to Onyendu. What do we care? Whether you go to Onyendu or not, he is our leader. When Onyendu talks, his followers, they listen to him. Somebody who is not around for 3 years and his people are still sitting at home for him. Can you match such a popularity or such a status? My brother Wilson said, take it to the bank. There is nothing they can do to convince Onyendu to drop Biafra, my people, or to go against PM. If Onyendu choose to stay in Nigeria, it means war, and he will lead at the front. Exactly. He said it. Thank you, Nas. Thank you so much for joining. We have been here going to 2 hours, and I'm about rounding up. My people, we have done so well today. Our PM has warned the Imo State, those who are selling land to unknown people without the consent of the proper owners of the land, that they should desist or face the consequences. Again, he talked about this very issue, how they are trying to go and manipulate Onyendu, because Onyendu is not outside. He doesn't understand what is going on. He doesn't. But they are not. I'm sure they haven't gone to Onyendu. They are just making, trying to use propaganda to see whether they will convince the public. This is why we have to come here to tell Biafrans, do not listen to these politicians. They are all liars. That's the same way Andy Uba used commanders of Masob to stop Wazirike. And he used it as one of his political campaign to convince the zoo, because it is the Fulanis that gives them governorship. That's what they do. They go there, they bow down to them. After bowing down, they will select them. There's not an election, it's selection. They select who will be there. Unfortunately, our Biafrans who are in the politics, as our PM said, you will sleep in that Nigeria, and when you wake up, you will be in Biafra land. My people, I will leave you here, and I thank you for all your contributions. We are here to learn from one another that our land is that land that God said it is milk and honey. we have gas everywhere, we have oil everywhere, and unknown people from Sahel are in control, and they are using our own brothers to stop us. But we are unstoppable. Biafra is coming. What we are waiting now is just 5 months. 5 months. 5 months, like this, my finger. Then 2nd of December, it will happen. The miraculous nation, the sun, Biafra land. So my people, I will love you and leave you. I thank you all for joining. Remember to click the like button so that it will go viral, and share it to your friends, especially to those in homeland. I will see you all tomorrow by the special grace of God. Have a wonderful evening, and may God continue to bless Biafrans all over the world, because we are very unique human beings. We are cherished anywhere we are. People are scared of us. Our presence scares people away, but we can't help them. The only thing we can do is to thank God and remain strong. We are special people. All hail Biafra. Peace, progress, unity and equity, freedom and liberty inclusive. Bye-bye from here. I love you all.